Mayor police in Walewale in the West Mamprusi municipality have arrested a man who severely assaulted his 8-year-old daughter for allegedly stealing 10 cedis. The girl, currently at the emergency unit of the Walewale Government Hospital, is also being treated for other bodily injuries following the physical torture by the suspect. Municipal Police Commander DSP Cosmos Awe confirmed the arrest. We'll come to that shortly, but correspondent Elias Otanko filed the following report and the plea by family members to the police not to arrest the suspect, citing a strict cultural norm which they claim forbids a married woman from causing or facilitating the arrest of her husband for any domestic violation or abuse.
According to relatives of the victim, the incident occurred Wednesday at about 7 p.m. at Parpiri, a secluded community near Wulugu and about 15 kilometers from Walewale, the municipal capital. The victim was accused by her stepmother of stealing 10 Ghana cedis belonging to her grandmother, which she denied after interrogations. Joy News has gathered the father, however, insisted the money was with her and subjected her to several bouts of beatings with a giant stick, which led to an eye injuries before burning her hand with a fire which had been set to prepare the night's meal. He then abandoned the victim in pains without any treatment and left to his farm the next day. The victim was, however, rescued by her teachers, who rushed her to the Wulugu Health Center and was quickly referred to the Walewale Hospital. Aminatu Salifo is an auntie of the victim who has been taking care of her at the hospital.
Her palm is totally destroyed. According to the child, the father held her hand in the fire for several minutes. So this child has really suffered unimaginable pain. But I'm pleading for him not to be arrested. Let's forgive him. He's someone who lacks patience. So we will take care of the child. But for my sister, she will never return into this kind of marriage.
The victim lives with her father, stepmother, grandmother, and other siblings at the village. Her mother, following similar domestic violence by the man, had left the marriage to engage in kayaye on the street of Kumasi, was informed about the incident by her sister. At the hospital, Azaratu DC, as she identified herself, broke down in tears upon seeing the condition of her child.
I was in Kumasi working as kayaye when I received a call. The man is irresponsible. It is because he has refused to cater for me and my children. That is why I'm engaged in kayaye in the first place.
She was, however, hesitant in pursuing the matter with the police, citing a strict cultural norm.
I really don't have enough details about going to the police. As you know, my sister has been here from the start. As for me, I'm so confused. I don't know what to do next.
And the family head, Sani Alasan, who was at the hospital to persuade the victim's mother from involving the police, also pleaded for his brother to be pardoned.
We have to caution him, but what we need to do for now is to concentrate on getting adequate care for this little girl. As for my brother, I strongly believe he is mentally unfit. He is not well, so please let's pardon him.
From Walewale, Elias Otanko reporting.
Correspondent Elias Otanko joins me with the latest on the arrest of the suspect. Elias, so it turns out the police went ahead to arrest the suspect despite the family's plea. Tell us more about that.
Well, this is a region where we have a lot of domestic violence and abuse going unreported. And it's all because of historical, tribal, and cultural belief by the people, especially the women, that a married woman is not supposed to facilitate the arrest or cause the arrest of his or of her husband while in their marriage. They believe that that will bring bad omen or fortune upon the children. And so for a very long time, this particular myth has been suppressing women who suffer domestic violence. And so when this particular incident happened, the mother of the child was in Kumasi engaging in kayaye. The auntie was the person who was taking care of her at the hospital. And just this morning, she was called to come to the hospital. So I met her, and she was confused, as you see her in that particular clip there. And the police had left the police form with the hospital authorities, and the family members were expected to send these particular forms to the police station. And so when she arrived at the hospital, she refused to take this particular action to take the police form to the police for them to start the investigation. And then I asked her, and she said there's a belief that she's not, as long as she's with a man in marriage, she's not supposed to report or cause the arrest of the man. And so it took the intervention of the hospital authorities to force this woman and her other relatives to take the police form to the police station or to present the form to the police here in Wale Wale. So it was then that the police commander swiftly dispatched men to the hospital to get more information on this particular matter, and subsequently the man was arrested. So as I speak to you now, Alassane Mejida is currently in police custody here in Wale Wale.
Thank you. It's our correspondent in the Northeast region.